Hi, everyone. Have you traveled on Ryanair's new cabin bag policy, where if you don't have a priority, or is it priority or is it premier? Priority. I'd have to look it up. Anyway, it starts with a P. If you don't pay the extra money, basically, you can only take one carry-on, and your carry-on has to fit in the seat, under the seat in front of you. That's this size bag. This is a 20-liter Cath Kidston rucksack. Cath Kidston doesn't list their liter sizes on their website. They only list the dimensions. However, I did watch a YouTube video a while ago where someone was comparing the Cath Kidston bag with the Fjallraven bag side by side, and they were exactly the same size. So I can safely assume that the Cath bag is about 20 liters. It might be a little bit more. I'm not sure, but my usual bag that I take, which is weird that this is 20 liters because my usual bag is 32 liters. And somehow I feel like, I don't know, I guess maybe because this is almost everything I would take anyway, except I would add my laptop and some extra charging cables and stuff. So maybe I could do it. But we actually have paid to have the premium priority, whatever it's called, so we can have 2 carry-ons, so that we can have our regular size rucksacks to go in the overhead bins, and we can have our camera bags, which will have a lot of this little stuff that's in here shoved inside my camera bag, because my camera bag will be my handbag. And the reason that we're doing that is because we're going to be doing Christmas shopping while we're at the Christmas markets. And a bag this size, you're not going to get any souvenirs in to give it to people for Christmas. So, yeah. So my, basically, and also, because I'm not taking my camera, I can only take pictures on my phone if I was traveling like this. And to someone who takes pictures as a hobby, it takes pictures as a hobby. I believe that's called a photographer. Yeah. I can speak. Guys, let me tell you, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Cut me some slack. So if photography is your hobby, not being able to take your big camera along on your trip might be a selling point against buying a cheap ticket, because you'll want your camera bag. And unless you've got a camera bag that's big enough to hold your clothing, or you're not going for a long trip so that you could maybe fit like a pair of underpants in your bag, then maybe you'd be all right. But I actually wanted some clothes for this trip. So yeah, I'm also don't have my laptop, although my laptop would fit. No, never mind, because Tim, if we were doing this, then Tim would have the same size rucksack, so I couldn't say that my laptop fits in his camera bag, could I? Because he wouldn't have his camera either, which would make him sad, because he likes taking pictures. So you can see where this is going. We had to actually pay for the premium priority whatever. I hear kitties. I hear kitties. Anyway, sorry guys, got distracted by cats. So obviously, pretending that that we did not pay for a priority and we only had this size rucksack, I'm going to show you how much I was able to pack into my bag. So firstly, stuck to the outside, which I don't even know if this is like legal. Legal is not the right word I want, but like if this is against Ryanair policy, but I've got my water bottle on the outside, which I would fill once I'm through security, and I probably would just carry that in my hand instead of having it off my bag, but got my water bottle. I've got this little bag here, has my electronics in it, believe it or not. It has a charging cable, it has a set of headphones, and it has 2 USB cables. The charging cable, surprisingly, actually is a European plug. This was kind of random, but when we bought my tablet came in Polish. I bought it from the UK, in the UK, but for some reason, it was the European model. So I have a European plug, which actually works out perfectly if you're traveling like this, because then you don't need to bring a power converter. And if you're not taking a whole bunch of electronics, you only need one charger, because you can charge your phone at night, and you can charge your tablet during the day. Or at least that would be the plan if I was packing like this. I also have my handy hero towel, which will double up as my washcloth on this trip, simply because there's not space for a washcloth. I probably could fit a washcloth in this bag, but then you'd have to bring it home wet and get a plastic bag and complicate it. Anyway, so it's a handy hero because it's quick dry, so I'll use that as my face cloth, and a shopping bag, just in case we need it for groceries. So I'm gonna lay everything out and do this, because otherwise the video becomes way too long, so hold on one moment. So the front pocket items are my purse, which is another Cath Kidston bag. It has a little wrist strap to hang off my wrist. And it would have, my passport will be inside of here. It's not inside of it right now because that's upstairs still, but my passport fits in here. So it has my passport, it has my purse, my money, travel tickets, all that stuff would all be in this bag, and my phone fits in here as well, so I can even just then hang it off my wrist, which is something I would probably do after I got on the plane and they saw that I only had one bag. But anyway, I also have a small notebook because I always like to carry at least something to write stuff down on. If I don't have room for like my laptop or anything like that, I like paper. A tiny mirror for applying makeup because you never know if the place you're staying doesn't have a mirror. And I know that where we're staying, there's only a mirror in the bathroom. There's not one in the bedroom. And it was really difficult the last time we were there because I didn't have a mirror to apply my makeup with. And so I was like trying to balance in the bathroom and the thing was all foggy. So pack a little mirror is basically what I'm trying to say. My battery pack to charge my phone on the go. As I said, I will have 2 USB cables in the little pouch so that I can charge one item in the wall and have this with me to charge. This does about 4 charges before it dies. So it'll probably need to be recharged as well while we're there, but it doesn't take very long to charge up. And the nice thing about this too is that while you're plugging it into the wall and charging it, you can actually plug something else into it and charge that as well. I don't know how it works, but it works. I've got my sunglasses just in case it's sunny. I have a hair clip and I have a travel straw. This is one of those folding silicone and metal straws. This came off of the Wish app for £1. You can get them on like those little ads and things like that, and they're like £20 for this little folding straw. And now friends of mine were making fun of me when I bought this because they're like, oh, it's going to be a piece of crap. But you know what? It's actually really decent, and I like it, and it was £1. So, And anyway, so now I'm going to open the big portion of the bag, and I'll show you everything else. So the biggest item that took up the most space is this Gonex or Gonex, I don't know how you pronounce it, packing cube. This is supposed to be a compression packing cube. I don't really feel like it compressed very much, and I don't even have that much in here. All that is in here is 4 pairs of underpants, 2 pairs of tights, 2 pairs of socks, a pair of leggings to sleep in, and I think that's it. The tights are thermal though, so they're wool and quite thick, so maybe that's why. But anyway, I used the compression sack because I thought it would save space. And it did save space, but I actually feel like I would save even more space if I swapped this into a zipper top bag, which is probably what I will wind up doing when I actually do my real packing or my actual proper packing cubes. Because as I say, I'm just not impressed. The only upside to the Gonex ones is that they are cheaper than the Eagle Creek packing cubes. So if you did want to give them a go yourself, get these because they're cheaper. And from what I've seen online, they're the exact same thing. So I had that. And then for clothing, I have just a dress. This is a merino wool dress, so it'll keep me nice and warm, and because it's merino wool, it will hold up well. I'll also be wearing another dress on the plane, so I will have 2 dresses for 7 days. It's kind of crazy, I know, but this is what I had to do. I have a thermal undershirt, which is sparkly, which can be worn by itself if I had trousers. I have a pair of leggings, thermal leggings as well, and I have a t-shirt for my pajamas. That's it. That's all I'm taking for clothes. Oh, and a pair of slippers because I wanted to pack slippers. I could have packed slipper socks, I know, but these fit. And it might, again, if this was real, if I was really trying to pack like this and travel like this, then I might replace those with slipper socks and put them in here instead, and then use the slipper socks as regular socks as well and kind of double up. But for the purpose of this, I just did that because it fit. Other food-related things, I have a pack of my Sistema plastic cutlery coming along with me, and I have a collapsible silicone coffee cup. And again, those things may not be your requirements, may not be your, I was going to say your cup of tea and then, but you know what I mean. You may think that these are silly things to take along, but for me, I like not using plastic straws, not using plastic cutlery, and not using disposable coffee cups. So that's why I make sure that I have room for these in my bag. And that's falling on me. This is emergency girl supplies because I never travel without those. This pouch has my knee brace in it. The only reason that my knee brace is in a pouch is because my knee brace is Velcro and it sticks to things. So I have to keep it in a pouch or it just sticks to anything that's fabric, basically. My deodorant, it's a full-size deodorant. I could probably use a travel-size deodorant, but I had that, so I took that. My soap dish, which has a face wash thing with attached sponge. I can't remember the company, but it was in a Birchbox. Some all-natural organic soap from a beauty advent calendar, and a piece of Godiva shampoo conditioner bar from Lush. I have my hairbrush. It's called a detangler. Basically, it's a knockoff Tangle Teaser, and I actually found it to be better than the Tangle Teaser. The only downside is it doesn't have a cover the way the Tangle Teaser did. So I'm hoping that the bristles don't get too damaged or too gross. Maybe I'll travel with it in a pouch. We'll see. This little pouch is like my little mini first aid kit / other stuff. So it has like a nail clipper in here, a tweezer in here, some blister band-aids, and other first aid miscellaneous kinds of little things. It also had my pocket knife in it, so I was really glad I looked, because obviously I'm not going to take my pocket knife since this is carry-on only. And then the last thing I had in there was my toiletry bag. Now, I have read some suggestions that said, like, oh, well, if you're doing the Ryanair carry-on, don't bother with your toiletry kit because you can buy toiletries in the airport. And I totally agree. Excuse me. If this was all stuff that I could pick up for, like, the 3-for-3 offers in the Boots that's in Stansted, then I totally would go for it. But because I need certain things because of my hidradenitis, I need to have Hibby Scrub with me, and I need to have, like, I don't need it, but I like to take Lanacane with me, and I like having nasal spray with me, and things like that. This was just easier. But then I also added to it my makeup products because, again, they fit, basically. And I also did hear a rumor that you were going to have to start putting your powders in a plastic bag as well. Sorry, I had to pause so that I could cough. I did sort of read rumors. I've not seen anything confirming for sure that you need to put your powders in your liquids bag or in a bag at all. But again, because there was space in this bag, because this is my standard toiletries bag, I put it all in here for the purpose of this trip. And it may look like there's a lot in here, but it's actually not that much when you consider the fact that that's it. Like, there's no other makeup anywhere else. Like, that's the only thing that I have on me for makeup. And I also have my electric toothbrush here, which takes up more space in my toiletry bag than a folding regular toothbrush. But again, there was the space there, and I prefer using it. There is toothpaste. No, is there? No. No, I don't have any toothpaste in here or mouthwash. Well, soap, I'll have that for my body wash, and I'll have shampoo and conditioner there and face wash there. So, basically, it's toothpaste and mouthwash that I don't have, which I'll pick up in the airport, or I'll pick up as soon as I land or whatever. Or I can get from the hotel. In all honesty, I can ask the hotel for some toothpaste for the first day and then go out the second day. So yeah, so in theory, you could travel without a toiletries kit if you wanted to, but anyway, I am talking for way too long, so I will end this here and say thank you for watching, and I will do my proper packing video with what I'm actually packing, probably Sunday, because we leave on Monday. So, or Monday? I don't even know when I go on holiday. Anyway, we leave fairly soon, so it will happen in the next day or so. So, thanks for watching. Bye.